Our mission is to bring you a short memory of the 19th International AIDS Conference in Washington, D.C., but our starting point is from Geneva, Switzerland, where we met the Executive Director of International AIDS Society, the organizer of the conference.
I'm Bertrand Audouin. I'm the Executive Director of the International AIDS Society, and we're the custodian of the International AIDS Conference. The next one will take place in Washington this July, and as you know, what we aim to do in this conference is bring attention to everything we have achieved so far in the fight against AIDS, to the fact that we have managed to put 6.8 million people on treatment in the world, as compared to a few tens of thousands of people in developing countries 10 years ago. That's a huge achievement. The cost of treatment in the past 10 years has dropped to $8,000 to $9,000 a year per person 10 years ago, to about $300 to $400 a year for first-line regimens. That's a huge achievement too. So we need more investment, we need people, we need governments to put more efforts into the global fight against AIDS in the next 5 or 10 years if we want to achieve their own commitments. So that's what we'll discuss at the conference this year. We hope the conference will be inclusive. It has always been, and we want scientists, healthcare providers, and communities to be at the table and discuss those issues with leaders and political leaders at the conference. So, welcome to the 19th International AIDS Conference.
This year's conference was opened with a march titled Keep the Promise. These are some of the messages from the march ground.
Some of my dreams have come true after 20 years of being HIV positive and living in the United States, that this message is being sent across the world to let you know, take your medication, see regular doctor visits, and then again, just live. Without those things, the work that I've done can't be undone, because we're doing it now. Join us. Get to live a positive life. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Clifford Williams from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm a member of ACT UP Philadelphia, and only together can we fight to end AIDS and HIV in America and around the world. I am HIV positive for 10 years, and I'm living well with the virus. I'm fighting for people just like myself to receive medication and treatment for all.
No longer allow this epidemic to proceed the way it's proceeding. We're at our precipice when it comes to HIV/AIDS and treatment, and we must make a change. When your back is against the wall, you come out fighting. So you must make a change when it comes to HIV and AIDS. Thank you.
Get tested, know your status. It's not the end of the world. HIV is a virus. Get tested, know your status, don't give up. It's better to know than not to know. The earlier you catch it, the safer you'll be.
I'm excited to be here in Washington. It's my first AIDS conference. I love the guy with the Teach Condom Sense picture, pretty great. It's good to see everybody out showing solidarity, coming together. I hope next time we can get more sex workers and drug users in, aren't going to have any of those visa problems, so we can really start to work on prevention and the people who need it most.
Hi, I'm Yolanda from Tampa, Florida. I'm here for the march to support some family members. I am in the medical field also, so I do come in contact with a lot of people, and I like to be able to promote the awareness of it.
Hi, my name is Monica. I'm from Tampa, Florida. I'm here for the Keep the Promise March on Washington. We're also here mainly to remind our officials that medicine and healthcare coverage, as well as advocacy for the HIV community, for the infected as well as the affected. So we're here to remind officials, don't forget about our community and keep the promise. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Linda from St. Petersburg, Florida, and I'm here to support the march, and my friend Jeanette Kitchen and her Positively You organization. Knowing Jeanette, you just cannot help but be an advocate. I'm also a mental health counselor, And so I'm all about supporting those who are living with HIV and AIDS.
The Swiss AIDS Federation held a stand in the exhibition center, where we conduct 2 interviews with some of the delegates from Switzerland.
So one of the very hot topics and the big topics at the conference here is really to see what we can do to have an AIDS-free generation. So we heard a lot of talk about what are the procedures that we have to do. And if we particularly look at Switzerland, what could we do to have an AIDS-free generation? I mean, there are like 4 points that I can mention. So the one point would be really to better our testing facilities so that people are getting tested much earlier than they are today. So we need to really have specific testing services and counseling services, and we need to optimize these. Then what we can do is also to have a better access to treatment. I mean, in Switzerland the situation is really good, but we still have populations and groups of people that do not access treatment. I mean, I'm thinking about undocumented migrants. So there's a lot that we can do there. A third point would be to get people into the health system, but much more importantly also to keep them there so that they can have the best standard HIV therapies. And the fourth is really, and this is quite an important point here also in Washington, we need to tackle discrimination, because discrimination is really kind of a barrier. So it's hindering people to step into the health system, to get tested. So we really need to do something about fighting discrimination, and we have also a lot to do in Switzerland.
Hello, I'm Katharina from AIDS and Child Foundation from Switzerland. My wish goes to children in rural, poor Kenyan regions, and I wish for them that they have access to treatment and that they do not have to die. And I wish for those who have lost their parents that they can have their education, complete school, get a meal per day and have a future.
While the conference was going on, His Excellency Ambassador Manuel Zagel, Swiss Ambassador to United States of America, invited the visiting delegate to his residence for a cocktail dinner.
Das ist schon all. Nein?
It's a huge conference. There's a lot of messages of hope in the field of HIV/AIDS. There's a lot of changes. Things are improving, but we should not forget that HIV is not over. Especially in certain countries, problems are still huge and very bad. Stigmatization, discrimination of people living with HIV, of group at risk with HIV are still very present. Even in Switzerland, those problems are not completely solved. In Switzerland, we have examples of very good practices like harm reduction, prevention, that are excellent and that we can use to show to other countries. But we still have also to learn from experiences from other countries, from other people, of things that we can still improve. So the main message is the world is getting better, also in the field of HIV/AIDS, but the war is not over.
It is very interesting to be at the International AIDS Conference here in Washington to see what issues, what problems, what challenges other countries have, and to compare it with the challenges we have in Switzerland. On one side, we can be very happy to have access to the medical system, which is granted almost for everyone. But on the other side, we still face problems with stigma and discrimination. People are still criminalized when they are passing on the HIV virus. But we hope that this situation will improve. And on the other hand, we still have not a good solution for private insurances like life insurances. And we also know of many situations of discrimination at workplace. So this shows that we have a dual system. One side, a very good medical care, and on the other side, social problems that still persist.
Our special gratitude goes to all those who made this trip possible financially. Swiss Federal Health Office, HC for Bern, HC for Zurich. And also special thanks to the organizer of this conference, International AIDS Society, for providing us with all pictures used in this short documentary. We also appreciate the contribution of HC for Trice during the conference. Thank you all.